All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's me, Puddle Cakes, and I am in an awkward position because I haven't done this in a while. And I pretty much just suck, but that's besides the point. So, I am going to go over the iconic crystals, and I think something that's been missed out on a lot in a lot in the videos we've been seeing lately. And the reason why is because everyone is so distracted by how much it's going to give. Uh, Nothing against Chisgull, obviously, but his videos talk about how attack will be the best. You hear how other people think that health will still be the best. I think in some of the numbers they're a little bit skewed, but we're missing the importance of what Iconic is doing. And I'm going to go over that a little bit today. Cue cool intro. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have anything cool. All right, so I made up a spreadsheet. Well, first of all, I'll tell you what I'll show you. So I went after the two accessories and the boots and legs. And the reason why is because of health. Health is very important for archers, and we'll go over that in a second. But realistically, it doesn't matter because in 3 to 6 months, everyone's going to have a full set of iconic, even free to play. It's as simple as that. And like I said, the point isn't to, you know, stack a specific, stack those certain stats like differently. It's the effect that the change will have on each class. It's going to affect every setup in a way like you're not going to go, what's a better example is not every class has to go a certain civilization, a health skin, and a defense rune. Now, if you pick a different civilization, you'll actually be able to go attack city skin or attack rune because the stat differential, which I'll go over in a second, is completely different. So, like, example is I picked, damn it, I want to zoom in, but I don't want to show you the other data. Well, who cares? You guys can see all the data. I don't think you can see that very good on my screen. Let me zoom in. Last time I used, okay. We're going to zoom in a bit so people can see a little bit better. So, as you can see here, I have, on this side, I have 3 troop types, which is your infantry, cavs, archers. Now, in each of those, I have not necessarily considered the best, but I have 2 or a tier of each of the better civilizations. You got France, and the reason why I picked France is because the insane amount of health. Arabia and Ottoman. Now, France, as you can see up here, the attack is 221, 212, 227 now, without any iconic. You can see that Cavs is 227, 212, 222. So they kind of like flipped attack and health. And then you have archers, which kind of got screwed and got high attack and then just equal defense health. Now, I'm going off of a base 150% stat increase from all of your equipment and everything going on. So when you go and look at like this screen, oh man, I don't know if I have any. I'll just go to a bar for it. Okay. Hey, don't mind me goofing around. All right, so if you go to a basic bar of fort, you go to the fort, this here. This is what I'm going off of. I must have different gear on. Maybe I don't have any equipment on. No, I did. I didn't. I don't think on this one. But either way, so we're going off the base of 150%, which is multiplying it by 1.5. Now, there's two ways to do the equation. Obviously, it's easier to do the equation in the cool way if you have a less than 100%, because then you can do like, so like here, the basic equation is you take the 221 times the 1.5 and you get a number. So 331.5, 318, 340.5. Gosh, I'm going to talk so much in this. The cool equation is you get 221 plus 221 times 1.5. And the reason why is because if you have less than 100%, then you get a better accurate number and it gives you, it's easier. But if you take this and this, it's the same percent, the same differential. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Okay, so as you can see here, with the 1.5 or the 150%, you got 331.5, 318, 340. So in here, it shows that health is the highest, attack is the second highest, and defense is the third highest. And this is just going off of a base 150%. So what this basically means is that from this point, your health is 100%, which is your number one stat. Your attack is 97.5% of your health. So it's fairly close. And your lowest is 93% in defense. So basically every stat percentage you get is about a 7% increase until you reach equality, equalness up to 100%. Oh man, I'm pointing at my monitor like a doofus. But it's about a 7% increase in your overall efficiency, your stat efficiency, just from that. So, until you get your defense up from 318 to 340, or even attack, it just shows the differential. Now, what this means, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't get attack, obviously. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't get health, obviously. It just means that you're going to start getting higher diminishing returns. So we'll go to, I'll go to archers last, I guess. We'll go to cavs. So cavs are the same kind of concept, except for the numbers were switched around a little bit. And attack is 100%, health is 98% of, and defense is 93%. So still, defense is actually more beneficial as a stat point. So stat percentage at this point. And then at archers kind of got a little gypped in a way, because you've got your attack, which is 100%. And yes, your stats are technically closer on an average to your total attack, but defense is actually the easiest to get for stats on archers. So it's like when you're going through your equipment, you can get so much defense. It's crazy. Like you could put up 180 to 200% like easily. And that goes along with calves. It's actually easier to get attack. And then infantry is also in the same boat. It's easier to get defense. Now, that's the part that really sucks, is because infantry actually has like none of their set pieces have health on them. So health is actually the most difficult stat for them to get. So Now you're going to see a lot of a lot of players. They're going to be at 75% health, I think, for their stats with just the full set. And that's going to push their defense really high up. A lot of them will have 200%. So in the long run, health is the more beneficial by far. It's crazy. Whereas archers actually have an opportunity to get a lot more health. So, once they start to build up health is still far behind, but it's different. And calves, they just have so much attack. It's crazy. Like, so much attack. You'll see so many different commanders, the set pieces. And yeah, there's defense and a little bit of health, but it's like attack is so easy to get. Now, I want you to all remember these. And I'm going to try and go through this quick. I want everyone to remember these because this is going to change. Now, I'm not going to go through the math equations, but as you can see, the iconic numbers have actually changed. So it went from 221 to 229, 212 to 220, up to 243 health. 243 health. Holy crap. That is crazy for infantry. Calves went up a little bit, but health actually surpassed attack, which is super good for technically cav players. And then you got archers. Their health went up a lot, but it didn't surpass attack, but it's still almost equal. So what does this mean? So as you can see over here, your attack percentages, so your highest stat was health before, attack was second, and defense was third. Now, defense actually went up enough to go up in a percent, but then attack went down 3.5%. So the stat differential. So now it's actually going to be more beneficial to have that attack and not necessarily just attack off equipment. That means that attack is going to be more efficient and useful for infantry from KVK, Osiris League, and all of those different things, because that percentage is going to be 6%. It should be 6% more until you reach that equal ground. So until you reach a percentage that is equal. So someone would say, like, what's an equal percentage? Let me get out my calculator if I can find it. Oh, I didn't want to move that. Such a dipshit. All right, so if we take, so if it's 243 times, oh, I already got that number there. So, no, they actually, no, they would, so it's, yeah, they would actually need to get 6% more. So 330 times 1.06. So they, to make this equal, they need 1.6 compared to 1.5. So you actually need to get 10% more stats. Never mind. I worked all day. You need to get 6% more stats. to get in that equal playing field. So that may not seem like a lot, but in reality, what it means is that stats are going to be different, looked at differently. Before, everyone just stacked health. Just stacked health. Health was the only thing that was important, especially in 1v1s and rallies. Same goes with Cavaliers, or Cavaliers. Cavs, 100% was attack before. Now it actually dropped down to 99%. Health, 98 up to 100. And defense actually dropped down. So I know everyone's going to say, there's no way defense is going to be the most important for Cavs, but defense is going to have the biggest differential until it hits that equal playing field. So you're going to benefit more from getting defense percent than health until you're a certain percent above. Now, most people that have certain equipment, they're going to have those stats already. It just means that it's more beneficial until it gets to that point. Archers are 100%, 95.5, and 99. So you can see that defense barely went up, but health went up a lot. So what that basically means for someone like me then, as you can see here, my stat percentage of 125.5 and 135% is basically means that these are equal stats right now. So if I get defense and go out, let's say get 10%, it's basically equal value of getting 10% health. Whereas before, it would be like, it didn't matter what you did. You skip attack, skip defense, stack health. This also means that an archer player might be able to get a defense city skin rather than a health city skin. Now, of course, my attack is pretty high. I mean, and to equal out, or to get to a point where health is actually starting to lose a value, I'd have to get to like 200% health. Now, this video may not make all that much sense, I guess. There's a lot of math, a lot of random nonsense, and some of the shit I don't really understand either. But the whole point of it is to go and look at it as these are 3 civilizations. There are 3 different stats for each, and the effectiveness of each stat changes based on the iconic getting iconic equipment. So a person doesn't have to go 6-piece set iconic. They can now do 4-piece set, 2-piece offset iconic, and stack defense and get better value based on their civilization, their city skin, and things like that. Like, I mean, how many people only went attack for the longest time? Attack runes, attack everything, attack, attack, attack. You know, another thing is Psychout did a simulation for me, which was pretty cool, and it showed that the 2 pieces of equipment with getting iconic gear had the highest value, or with the iconic gear with the added defense to stats had the highest value. So it's interesting how that works, but that's about it. I'm sorry if I talked off your ear, and I'm sorry if it doesn't make any sense. You're welcome to message me anytime in Discord, in game. I'll try and help out as much as I can, but just think of it this way. Civilizations, city skins, all might change or tip the scale a little bit in the future rather than everyone stacking health. So keep that in mind. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.